Good evening and Merry Christmas, everyone. I told you we'd actually make it for a Christmas Day stream. The wife did not decide to join me, though Ace snuck in here, as we can see. Hope everyone has been having a wonderful, wonderful Christmas day so far. And actually, I popped in here early, but it seems like a few of you have actually beat me in here still yet. Pipe Smoking Heathen, thank you very much for the super chat and the holiday wishes as well. Thank you very much. Mugs up to you, which, by the way, my coffee cup's empty. How dare me? So we need to probably fix that. Um, so yes, very much. And you can bet I'm going to try and keep the good content coming. In fact, as we get into the new year and everything, we're actually hoping to get some new um, series of content started, one of which we saw this week with the first outdoor style camping video we did discussing types of camping. Um, I won't lie, I was kind of laughing at the irony that we had this massive cold snap just drop down on the US at the same time I decided to release a camping video. That that just feels appropriate for me and my friends in our campouts. That really does. Um, so that was a little heartwarming. Thank you for that, Santa. Um, GK, good to see you. Your morning started off good with Oscar. Hey, there you go. And Angela, I love that little Christmas song. We may actually have to work on doing some Working Dragon Mystic Christmas songs to sing next year. We may have to do that. Maria, good to see you. Bornoldus, look at you making it and showing up on time and stuff. I'm impressed, my man. Good to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful holiday. Blue Star, Merry Christmas. Wow, I actually got more people jumping in here than I thought I would tonight. I thought I'd be alone up in here. I think that's why Ace showed up. I think he took pity on me. Hi, Ace. See, look, there we go. So, if you are here, be sure to hit the like button. Let YouTube know you actually like us doing streams on Christmas. So yeah, make sure you hit that like button. It helps get the algorithm likes it. You know what I mean? Angela, Maria, hi, Mary. Since things have been having self care week. Hey, self care weeks are always a great thing, Angela. Jade, good to see you. Hello and Merry Christmas. Speaking of Born, Jade, and I know Squirrel, I don't know if Squirrel's made it here yet, but over in the Gilded, both Born and Squirrel, or aka Halloween, as you all may know around here, is admin along with Jade. And we bicker like a family up in the admin area. Definitely slipped accidentally down into general tonight where Bornoldus made a joke about, well, we call Squirrel the night admin because she stays up at all hours. But he says it was a mistake where he said the night janitor because she wished him happy birthday, which, by the way, everybody, Bornoldus, it's his birthday today. He's a Christmas baby, just like Jimmy Buffett, and one of my old mentors. So he's in great company there. And I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. Halloween responded, and then I had to respond with, all right, people, children, you behave and pretend to get along like the rest of us do. It's Christmas. So, over in Gilded, we're acting like a dysfunctional family. If that's not appropriate for Christmas, I don't know what is. Let's see. Do-do-do-do. I did. I loved your coffee hour jingle bells. I really did. I really did. Merry Christmas. Hey, Dragon of the West. Merry Christmas to you too, mate. Hey, Angela. Oh, self care. Yep. We all need better work at self care. That is for sure. That is for sure. Let's see. Now there was something I was going to say, and I done went and forgot. Y'all forget it happened to me. Crap. And there's Jade. She put the gilded link, which we appreciate. Oh, that's one thing I was going to talk about. So I've been getting a couple requests to do necklaces or pendants, and some people are wanting like pendants of my logo that you all see in the intro video and the stuff like that, as well as the Dragon's Eye seal and some of the runic circles that we do. or well, we have them for sale over at the merch store, but not in necklace format. Um, we're looking at some concepts and ideals of ways that we can do this because so many people do seem to do it, even if we can only do it in limited run. Right now, the way what we have to do to go through to get merch, it would cost us more to actually get the things made than we could possibly sell them for, because the merch just isn't moving fast enough to compensate for it. It just kind of helps keeps the lights on. A ring I'd like a ring, GK. You ain't kidding. I'd love me a ring. Now, ideally, this is like totally the Godfather in me, just like if I could have it. So it'd be a simple ring, something like what I wear here, only I'd have the Dragon's Eye seal up here on the top, and then on both sides, I'd probably have my logo. Yeah. Go swanky like that if I could do it. However, my wife is aware of what I'm attempting to do, and she usually gets bored and randomly researches things and solves problems. Jade is also on the matter, and we all know how Jade can do. She can figure some stuff out too. So it is likely we may solve this and either do small batches or something. We're going to work on it. I can't promise we'll do it, but we are going to look into it. That said, I can do keychains of a sort, and I'm going to try and get some Dragon Eye Seal keychains as well as my logo keychains. I don't know if we have a coffee cup with my logo on it. I never actually thought anyone would want my logo, because it's like the Dragon's Eye Seal merch that made sense to me, but just like working Dragon Mystic merch with my logo, I don't know. That never made sense. That's kind of cool to think people actually want my logo on something like a necklace or something. That's pretty cool. Thanks. That's really it. It almost makes me feel like I've made it as a YouTuber. People actually want my logo. So that's pretty cool. We will look into that and we will see what we can get added on. We are actually going to be adding a bit of Bob and Ace merch just for fun. Somehow, some way, Bob and Ace have made a name for. I think they're more popular than I am, really. But that's okay. So we will be doing that because I've been asked a lot about coffee cups or artwork or something like that to the YouTube channel member subscribers and the Patreon channel. The admin pitched something at me, and I told them I would love to do it for you all. So the admin are going to start working on potentially starting the Adventures of Bob and Ace, like little just sale style comics that you might see in the newspaper. Don't expect graphics to be high. This ain't going to be like Ultra HD. We're talking old school comics. Well, that's what I'm asking them. I mean, they could do black and white pencil sketches for I care. So we're going to start producing some stuff there for you all. And we are considering doing some discussions or debates similar to the roundtables that might be members only. We are looking to expand the Patreon and member only benefits in the coming year after the move. Everything's in discussion. We're weighing it in. We're really trying to give back to you all for supporting us. And I know I've mentioned this before, and most people there are like, well, we don't expect you to be active. We're doing this to support what you already do. I get that, and I appreciate that. It is the sweetest thing. But I want to do more. I really do. I want to do more for my Patreon and the channel subscribers. I do. That's just something I personally would like to do. And I think it's a great place to perhaps have a little more fun. Because here on the YouTube, in most cases, when I present a video, I'm trying to teach something, and I do try to make them fun. I like to think the videos are fun as we watch them. They're somewhat entertaining as well as educational. But sometimes you just want to get somewhere and get weird, and off YouTube in those areas is definitely going to be a place where we can have a bit more fun and do stuff like that. So, hey, there we go. And we are working on member-only merchandise at the merch store if people are interested in it, because some people asked for it. It's not something I'd considered, again, because you're a member. Why would you want member-only merch that you got to purchase? But people really love that. And I think about it. I buy that stuff. I was a member of a hunting club, North America Hunting Club, and I not only did I pay my membership, I also bought the merch. So I guess I'm as guilty as anybody. I I guess I just don't see me as being that popular. So yeah, we got a lot of amazing things coming in the next year, people. We really do. Here's a link to the Work Online School. Yes, Jade, thank you. Thank you for putting the online school link. Yes, thank you. We do have online classes for Dragon Magic 101. We have a meditation class. We have an arcane senses class, a tarot class. And I have been getting so much feedback on the meditation and tarot class. One person said that they've bought like 30 books on the two topics, and they wish they just started there. That is a pretty freaking amazing compliment. Thank you very much for the compliment. I won't give your name because you didn't give me permission. But thank you. Thank you. Hopefully everyone who utilizes those classes find it just as equally helpful as you did. That's amazing. Let's see here. Hello, happy holidays. It would be cool of you to charge the pendants with energy of the dragons. Rindani, I could do that actually. I could if I can find the pendants and whatnot, I can do that. We're looking into some options. We're even looking into possibly doing some wooden coins of some kind, limited supply runs or something, for different events and whatnot. So we might do that as well. That's an option. But yeah, I could definitely charge those, make those available as well. That's not a bad idea, mate. Appreciate it. Did I say that right? Yeah. For a second there, it looked like a B and not an R. So I apologize. Angela, you took the question right out of my mouth. How has everyone's holiday been? Seriously. We're up in here. We're having a Christmas stream. Small. Hey, Small. Merry Christmas to you, mate. Fairly good. Good to see. We wish Drake a cup of coffee. We wish Drake a cup of coffee. Oh my God. And Magic this year. Sorry. But hey, no, Angela, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I am loving it. Thank you so very much. That might be one we have to actually do here. Let's see, Small Bean, if you're doing any questions, can we give you tips on journey work? Okay, journey work takes place in a few different categories. It takes place within a guided format, trance work or meditation, and it also takes place within, you got your astral travel and your soul travels categories. The easiest place to get started, obviously, is guided journey work or pre-planned meditative style journey work. Those are usually the easier places to get started. Journey work does pull a lot on basic visualization as you begin to move into it. The hard part is letting go, not overthinking. Just let it flow. Think Elsa time. Just let it go, let it go, let it flow, let it flow. Your brain and you will initially starting out, you're going to have to think of what am I seeing? And that will trigger your brain to start to structure that a little bit. But with time and practice, you're not going to have to ask questions. It's just going to come and slam into you. And try to keep doubt out. Keep your records, keep your notes. Whatever your goal for journey work is, write that down. And when you do start out, have two categories of journey work. Have just visualize arcane sense practice that you're doing for fun. This can be stuff like your astral sanctum where you're wandering around. I know people that have roller coasters in their astral sanctums. I know people who have hiked the Appalachian Trail through journey work for fun. Are they gaining any necessary knowledge or benefit? Maybe not. Though I'd say they are gaining a benefit because they're practicing their skill set. But then you have something like journey work to accomplish shadow work, or journey work to look into a problem for divinations, or to speak with land spirits and the like. All these things that trance and journey work can be used for would be more focused. So if you're doing shadow work and you're using journey work as a method of that, you would be recording exactly what your goal is, what you're doing, what you saw, and you'd be coming back to reevaluate it like you would any magical process and evaluate your results so that you can compare and contrast those and see how far you've come. It may not be as far as you wanted to go, but it'll give you a basis to see how you've improved and where to go from there. Small. Hope that helps a little bit. So I'll take a few questions. I think tonight we're just a bit more silly and holiday, but I will take a few questions if you got them. Don't want to, cut you off from the questions if we don't have to. I'm doing the Dragon Flame ritual daily. It's such a great ritual. I can sleep so well after doing it. Rendani, that is true. I absolutely love doing that ritual daily. I absolutely do. It's one of my go-tos. Um, and you're right. There's just something about it, which much like the lesser banishing ritual back when I was actually using that before I got the Dragon's Flame ritual. There's something about using any ritual that allows you to control the energy in your home or your space and lets you set that nap to a nice balanced level that just makes sleeping so much easier. It really does. And you just sleep so much better. It's amazing. Yeah. That's one of the reasons magicians, like ceremonial magicians, actually say do these kinds of rituals both at the start and end of the day, because it helps clear out everything and set everything to a base level, which it makes sense. Glad you're enjoying it. On a wacky Christmas Carol sugar rush. Hey, there you go. Have yourself a merry coffee hour. Keep the questions light. Drink. Questions light. Drink too. Pots of coffee by the candlelight. Hey, there we go. But no, yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to this coming year. I've got a lot of stuff planned that I want to do for the channel, a lot of stuff planned that I want to try and get done for you all. Of course, you all know I have a move coming up, which is going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be a great adventure, a whole new shebang for me and the wife, which we always love when that happens. We don't necessarily always enjoy the process of moving because it can be both an adventure and work. But I do always love a good adventure, even if there's work involved. So that's just me. So me and the wife, my family, we got a lot to look forward to. And I actually got to say I'm really blessed because we have a great admin team over at the Gilded Community that's really, they do such a great job that the fact that I'm going to be AWOL due to the road trip for so long, I honestly got to say, I'm not worried about the Gilded Community, about being there to check on it. You all got great people looking over, be able to answer questions why I am AWOL. And to that, I should also state we got two new admin. I think I've mentioned them on here before. Oscar and Maria are both moderators now on that team, and they are definitely jumping right in, doing amazing jobs. And guys, you feel like family already. So thank you very much for the work you do over there. It's been nice. It really has. And honestly, so the Gilded Community has been extra hyper the last few days, and we all know that's because they're home for Christmas, right? I'm going to say that I'm going to be honest with y'all. Every holiday, I get worried. I get, on pins and needles. Who's going to start the argument this year? And I'll be fair. I learned this because of my family. Somebody always seems to say something crossed or say something stupid and start an argument. And then you got 5 other people who take maybe a joke the wrong way or a thought process the wrong way. And it just spins into this helicopter of shit show that it should not be. And everybody starts arguing. And within the occult community, anyone who's been in many occult servers, you see these arguments all the freaking time, don't we? I've got to tip my hat to Working Dragon Mystic Gilded Community. Guys, you guys have been amazing. You guys have discussed holiday celebrations. You guys have discussed traditions. You guys have discussed what you've done. You've discussed your ups. You've discussed your downs. You didn't start an argument. And you've been there for each other to uplift each other and help each other to truly enjoy the season. And damn it, if that doesn't just make me proud as shit. Uh, it really does. Um, yeah, and that's the thing in the server when some kind of controversy pops up, you guys, you more often than not, you handle it so quickly. You guys, it's like, well, here's what I think, here's what I think, here's what I think, here's what I think, here's what I think. Hey, we're all having a good day, great conversation. I loved it. I love it. It's somebody's like, well, that's such a little thing. To me, that's not. That is a huge thing to see so many people coming together, different backgrounds, growing up in different areas from across the globe, sharing thoughts, sharing ideals, sharing their traditions, and getting along. And at the core, that unity, that uplifting of one another, that, just the joy gets me right here, people. I love it. I absolutely have loved it. So definitely thank you. Some people really should just enjoy their time and seek harmony, and not try to start an art. They should. They really should. They really should. But they do. So sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do. Hey, Jedi, thank you very much for the super chat. I'll include you into the spell working this week, which this week's spell working is actually going to be rolled into a not just a basic prosperity like we usually do, but it's also going to be boosted for a New Year's kind of holiday thing as well. To help you throughout the new year kind of concept. Which, don't worry, for the Patreon members and the YouTube channel members who get monthly spell workings as part of your shebang, you're getting, as always, you guys get a much larger spell working. Having trouble talking today. I was up late last night. Let's see. We are a happy family of coffee drinking mages ungilded, and we don't want to fight. Fighting is a waste of energy and spills coffee. Everyone ungilded is so nice. Do you have ice cream and licorice jelly beans drink? I have not bought ice cream or licorice jelly beans yet. Believe me, I have not forgot that you mentioned that. And I still, my interest is peaked. It really is. Jedi, yeah, you have a great evening too, mate. Karma works out. Time zones work. Christmas is past for me. Hey, time travel back on in here to Christmas with us, Carmen. Have a second Christmas. It's like second breakfast, only more eggnog and fruitcake. Or Christmas cookies, whatever it is you enjoy. It's just more of it. All those good things. So, all right. Let's see. What else was we wanting to talk about? Seems like there was something. I should probably say something. This chance these was doing much for me. GK, include me in that as well. Thank you. Will do, GK. Thank you for the super chat, mate. Appreciate it. So we decided this year to do some potato au gratin with some fried cabbage and a prime rib. That is kind of what we decided to do. And I got to say, that was, we're going to have leftovers at least tomorrow. Which has been nice, though I think we're going to go, we're running low on a few things like butter and whatnot, so we got to pop out to the grocery store a little bit. But yeah, it was good. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their holiday meal or whatever they do, which is actually an interesting question because, I grew up where like Christmas dinner and Thanksgiving dinner, honestly, they look the freaking same, and I never really understood that. And so me and my wife, we're trying to design our own individual traditions, which is something I may talk about at another time in a video going forward. we're going to try and do. I'm actually going to try and plan holiday videos out in advance so that we're not crunched for time when it's time for holidays, so we can theme them up a little better. I've told you all before, holidays has not been my strong suit in my life, but I'm learning. I'm trying to enjoy them and really make more of them. And me and my wife celebrate them together. So I'm wanting to take that joy and love of these holidays and share that with you all. Um, so I'm trying to remember holidays are a thing that people want to learn about. So I'm trying to do a good one, do a fair job on that. We did get a lot of great comments on the Krampus video, which was a fun one to do. Squirrel mentioned the drunken horse that visits people as a holiday tradition, and that would actually be a good one to do. I'm actually considering next year actually talking in detail about Santa Claus as an entity, an egregore, an ideal, the concept, all that. Almost wish I thought about doing it this year, but oh well, live and learn. My opinion on sage incense sticks. Personally, use whatever incense stick you want to use. I've never been fond of the smell of sage, personally speaking. Um, I used sage and sage incense early in my practice because that's just what everybody said I was supposed to do. Until I started asking questions of why. They don't like when you ask why, do they? But yeah, I've got no issues with them. In fact, many cases this day and age, sage leaves or sage bundles are getting harder and harder to find. And I know there's a whole there's arguments, political, ethical, blah 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 blah, all about it. So we won't go into that rabbit hole. But if you don't want to use the bundles and you want to use the incense sticks, go right ahead. So the process of smudging is a cleansing ritual. Okay, let's get this clear. You can do a cleansing ritual. You don't have to call it smudging. You can do a cleansing ritual with any kind of smoke. So if you have incense, I'm assuming this is might be what you're talking about, my opinion on here. And you light your incense instead of a sage bundle, and you waft it around, wafty, wafty, wafty. You can do your cleansing ritual the same. And sage incense works well. Some traditions actually use tobacco. I'll be honest with you, I don't like the smell of tobacco worse than I don't like the smell of sage. So that seems the wrong direction to go. Unless it's like what is that? Is it? It's like Captain something. It's not Captain Morgan. It's I can't think of it. It's a pipe tobacco. It's dirt cheap. You find it at the convenience store, usually in a white envelope. It has like a vanilla marshmallowy like scent to it. So some of those scented pipe tobaccos can really be great for if you're going to use tobacco to cleanse. That would be the way I'd go, honestly. Uh, instead of getting something that's going to stank. But those are options. But incense sticks are the easiest way to go for sure. And you can use any one you like. I pretty much prefer Dragon's Blood. I found an incense where I like the smell of it. I found a brand that's easy to get a hold of. I can buy it in bulk. And actually, I buy cones over sticks these days, but you can totally use them. Absolutely, totally use them. Off topic. I got my friend Pokemon. Hey, there you go, Small. That is a good idea, Angela. Setting a candle that's also designed to cleanse. I believe I did a video talking about that with one of the candle cleansings. I believe I did one, which is another great way to do it. And honestly, yeah. So when we go to the store, one of the things I'm going to be doing is checking out the evergreen candles that are going to be put on clearance because I love evergreen candle. That's kind of the scent I buy. And this is the time of year to get it. So I'm going to try and stock up on that. Always buy in bulk. It's cheaper. That is a financial. That is. It is. That's what I do. So, like the brand I buy, I can buy the little box. I think it's like anywhere from 8 to 12 cones in the box, something like that. And I can pay for $3 to $4 depending on where you get this little box. Or I can buy 20 of the little boxes in a single box for $20 or less, which is massively cheaper. And that's what I do. So I don't know if you all can hear it. My neighbors are having a holiday hootenanny blast over here, and they sound like they're having a great time. I don't think the mic will pick it up because we got the new mic now. But if you can hear it, they are having themselves a good time. So good on them. Hey, Anthony, good to see you. Good to see you. See, Rendona, I personally use dragon blood, but I bought some sage sticks as a Christmas present for my mother. Oh, that's a sweet Christmas present. That really is. It really is. My mom wouldn't know what to do with it. My mama Maine would have. My mama Maine would have. I'm learning a lot more about that woman. But my mom, I don't think she'd know what to do with it. But that is a great gift. That really is. Hey, Anthony, thank you. Thank you for the super chat, mate. We'll include you in the spell working. Is that a little karate doggy? That is. That's a little karate pup. Look at that. That is an adorable little thing. Where'd you get that? Is that just something you can do with super chats? That is amazing. Okay. Cool. So back to the logo. So I did do a Dragon's Eye Seal pint glass. Everybody really seems to like the pint glasses. Don't blame y'all. Pint glasses are good. General glasses anyway. Would you all be interested in a working Dragon Mystic logo pint glass? Because I could get those up and running pretty soon. If those are something you would like to see the logo on, I could do that as well. Oh, it's just one of the options for super sticker. Cool. You should make a book called Dragons Love Coffee. That's actually an interesting idea there, Angela. I will admit, me and the admin team are discussing doing a working Dragon Mystic cookbook. We actually are. So many of us cook and so many of us talk about food and recipes and sharing it and kitchen witchery. And we're talking about doing a cookbook kitchen witchery book for working Dragon Mystic, sharing recipes, traditions, magical uses, all these things. So who knows? We may actually consider that for the title. Topic I found out a couple of days ago that Vlad the Impaler was actually a dragon magician, not a vampire. He's in Romanian translation to Vlad the Dragon or Son of the. Yeah, he was in the Order of the Dragon. Yes. That is true. The vampire concept to Vlad the Impaler comes from Bram Stoker's Dracula, who he based Dracula the vampire off the figure Vlad the Impaler due to his historic tactics. In Romania, Vlad is a hero. He really is. He is a hero of the people, and with good reason. He did a lot to defend his people and his country. Was it harsh? Oh, yeah. But then look at the era he battled in. The eras he declared war in were harsh, period. He just understood psychological warfare better than other people, which is pretty cool. And that is cool. That is correct. Dracula translates to dragon. Well, it's actually Dracul, but yeah, it is a translation of it. And that's, again, Stoker got that from there as well. So you should not read Bram Stoker's Dracula as a history book. I don't know why people try. The historical figure of Vlad the Impaler, in my mind, is pretty freaking cool. I really do. Anytime I get a chance to watch a documentary on him and his campaigns and his life, I do, because there's just something truly fascinating about this individual and how far he is willing to go for his people. That is correct. That would be the Romanian word for vampire. That is correct. But then again, cultures have different names for creatures like vampires. So the vampire mythology is it's a very broad, convoluted lore, and it changes from regions to regions as well. So, oh no. He, like I said, he understood psychological warfare, and he was brutal with it. Um, but I'm not going to condone his actions, but I can say I understand what he did for his people too. So it's kind of one of those. History is not clear cut. Nothing's ever going to be black and white. So, we can appreciate tactics and philosophies and stuff like that. Yes, actually, thank you. Yes, I need to actually finish out the outline for that. Or, well, I got the outline. I need to get my notes compiled, is what. Because yeah, we will be doing a live workshop in January, and I want to have that posted before New Year's. And if I'm not mistaken, yes. So January 1st is actually our next live stream. So my goal is to have it posted over for sign up by January 1st. Okay. So keep an eye on the Gilded announcements, an eye out on the community tab here on the channel, as well as if you're a channel member or Patreon member, keep an eye out there too. The moment it goes live, channel members will be the first ones notified, as well as Patreon. You guys get first notice always. That's part of one of the rewards I give you all. So we can start getting some of those seats. Seats will be limited again, but I think we should be able to get most of you all who are interested in there. And I am going to have it up before next Sunday. So if nothing else, I'll let y'all know about it on next Sunday. And it will be live for public signups by that Sunday. Okay. I'm actually looking forward to it. I will admit, with the holidays and everything, I have not been able to do as many live workshops as I want because I've been busy. And I know I'm not going to be able to do as many during once we kick off the move and everything. So I love doing these live workshops. They are so much fun for me as a teacher to share information and do the Q&As with you all. That is really the environment I enjoy, is to be able to connect more directly with the students. Um, so I'm really, really looking forward to this one myself. I am. So yeah, hope to see you there, Randy. I really do. All right. So any other questions coming through? And do remember, if you throw in a $5 up super chat, you're included into the weekly spell working. Somebody said I should repeat that more and more, because repeating it at the beginning, people miss it when they join late. I get that. I just forget. I start talking, and I'm not good at shameless plugs. All right. So maybe I'll join the workshop, but what time? It should be. Let me double check this real fast. Because okay, this one will be at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Actually, there's supposed to be a planes theory one that it's going to be a slightly different style workshop, but it will be a live workshop on the 14th, or no, that's the 18th. We're going to discuss theory of the planes a little bit. I've been getting a lot of questions about theories of the planes and stuff like that. Um, which is one of those where you have to discuss the theory. You can't, because there's nothing hard. There's nothing concrete there. So that's another one we're going to be doing. But at 1 p.m., we're going to try and do an earlier workshop. The main reason being we got a lot of people overseas, and the later workshops are less likely for them to be able to make it. So we're going to try and reel it in a little bit there. So in Europe time, I really am a bad at times in Europe time. Let me see. Let me Google that. I do not know. I don't know time zones. So let's see. 1 p. Let's do this. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in is what in Europe? And this, according to this, that would be around 7 at night, which is a lot better than the like midnight that it normally was. So they're saying about 7. Oh, somebody beat me to it. Look at that. Yeah, you wanted to make one on 7 in the morning my time. Yeah, I am looking to try and do some more times. We are going to try and do that for sure. If I'm busy enough, or if I'm not too busy, I may actually go ahead and try and do an earlier one and run 2 in the same day, possibly. That's the reason this one's going to be set at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is because that's kind of it's early for some, but it's also going to be late enough to catch more Europe and stuff like that. But we are going to try and do some earlier ones and see if we can get some participation in those, because we do got a global audience. And I want to try and make these live workshops available to as many as I possibly can. Had it parrot recently. It's now. Is the parrot your new mascot? A present, maybe new, old. So this little guy, he's been in a few live streams. Actually, he was in my Christmas hat a week or two ago. My daughter actually got this little guy. His name is Ace, and he wasn't meant. But both him and Bob seem to have become the unofficial mascot of Dragon Mystic somehow. Now, Ace originally, he just sits on my desk here because my daughter got it for me. She even got him this cute little hat. See, he can wear his little hat. I'm a Jimmy Buffett fan. Jimmy Buffett fans are called parrot heads. Boda bing. So I've used him in several analogies and whatnot on camera in the live stream, and people just fell in love with Ace. I've had people doing fan art and everything of Ace. So yeah, him and Bob became the unofficial mascots some way, somehow of Working Dragon Mystic, which you'll notice I've included them in some of the thumbnails, and I did a Happy Holidays with Ace and Bob, posted that in the Gilded as well as the Patreon, and YouTube channel members got a one I designed for them too. So little stuff like that. So when we mention Ace, this is Ace. Yep. The Jimmy Buffett fans, we get called parrot heads. We really do. And we're a goofy lot that loves to have some fun. He's actually named after a Jimmy Buffett song too. So Angela, here comes Squirrel and Jade. Here comes Squirrel and Jade with oh dear God, no. Don't come with clocks and glitter. Don't give them ideals. Violet Beach. Oh my God, Beach House on the Moon is one of my favorite albums and songs. So if you haven't looked up Jimmy Buffett's Beach House on the Moon, I absolutely adore that song. From a wizard's perspective and a metaphysical perspective, that song it gets me right here. It does. It speaks to my heart a lot. It is unfortunately one of the harder albums and songs to locate, but it is doable. There are some people who's posted it on YouTube. If you want to go over to YouTube and YouTube it and listen to it, it's a beautiful song. Love that song. I am surprised you. Is that a typo, or did you actually know that song? Because that is an amazing song. That's like the album no one ever mentions. And Violet Star, are you a hidden parrot head? Is that the thing? Have we just outed you? This may be a stupid question, but have all dragons four legs? Because in Game of Thrones they only have two. So technically speaking, if you look at dragons like the ones in Skyrim and Game of Thrones, to true dragons they would call those wyverns. They wouldn't call those dragons. Um, so yeah, your true dragons will actually have the four legs. They will have, um, and they won't be attached to the wings either, or they won't have wings like in the case of the Asian Ling style dragons. They don't even have wings. Um, why this is, I'm not 100% sure, but they get real picky about that. Um, I haven't watched Game of Thrones personally. I saw the previews and like anytime they do the commercials or whatnot when it was on air, and all I heard was my guardians bitch and moan and complain about them calling those dragons. And what the holy? I think they're shooting fireworks. But same thing with the Skyrim dragons. It's like, oh, y'all don't mind me killing dragons in the game. They're like, that ain't a dragon. It's like, okay. So they get a little picky on that. But that's from their perspective. Human culture, it goes back and forth. People call them different things like that. So it's matter of perspective. But for me, I don't consider those dragons because I just work so closely with the dragons. So I kind of use their terminology more than not, if that makes any sense. They can change their appearance. But in their base shape, they would not consider that a dragon. Which again, when you can change your appearance so readily, it's like, why do you guys get so picky about this? But you know what? I get picky about my coffee. I get picky about my hats. People get picky about weird things. You know, they got their culture. We got ours. What can we say? Me too. Splintered must an ancient and go to fishing with our minds. I know the song well. Yes, a parrot head. Violet Star. Hey! I knew it. Hardly anyone knows that song. Yes. Sit over here, Ace. Love it. All right. Yeah. Yeah. My daughter got him, and there's actually I've been trying to figure out a way that I can like get one that sits on my shoulder. That would be freaking cool. Um, and then people's like, you need to get Bob on screen more. It's like Bob's a freaking skull. Do you know how hard? I mean, okay, I got like a because Bob's a joke too. So since we're already talking about joke mascots, because I ended up with joke mascots. Uh, um, so in my house, for some reason, people decide that if they want to buy me a random knickknack, it's going to be a skull. And I've always enjoyed like gothic decor, so I don't mind it. But because of that, like in this room alone, there's a skull there, there's one there, and there's one there that I can see right now. So there's three just in my peripheral here, and there's more upstairs. Um, and actually, the soap dish in here in the bathroom is also a skull. But anyhow, so the ongoing joke, ever since I was like in elementary school, and I picked this up from my dad, is anytime you have a random thing, you just call it Bob. Um, that's just what we did. So naturally, any statuary or anything I had in my room when I was young, it's just like, what's this? That's Bob. Um, and when we got into the gothic decor, the first skull that was Bob. And then every skull in the house is now named Bob. It was just kind of a running gag. That's been going on since like 1990 or earlier. I'm old, folks. So because of that, yeah, that people have found out about the skulls and they've seen them in the background in a few videos, and yeah, so Bob became a cornerstone. And of course, when we did the voiceover ad, I used him as the kind of, bringing that joke from my family to you all, which, you guys are kind of extended family. And yeah, that's how Bob ended up as the other joke mascot. Hope that makes sense. Always have to ask myself, I'm sure they don't like that representation. I'm just like, yep, there's fireworks. Boom, 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 boom. Just like something is missing. Chef Fourlegs. Bob is a channel meme at this point. He is a channel meme. He is. But he's a fun meme. I mean, he's also helped me get better at like creating thumbnails. Did anybody notice I actually managed to put a freaking holiday hat on him in the thumbnail? That took some shenanigery and some, I had to use some extra filters and whatnot and learn a few things to make that happen, to put a freaking holiday hat on him. So yeah, I've been asked in ways, and somebody said, you get like a column or a planter or something that sits. They're talking about like having it sit about here-ish, so that he'd be like sitting here over my shoulder or something. I don't know. I mean, outside just decoration. I don't know why, because I don't do voices. In an interview, the author has said he took his cue on birds. I could see it. They're, at least in the previews I saw, their motions seem very avian-like. They do. So I could see that. Drake would have a blue Christmas without coffee. Life is so much less magical without coffee. Magic hats and decorations. Bob and Ace on the tree don't mean a thing. No, we actually did use Bob as a Christmas tree topper one year. We absolutely did. One of them over here, it's actually hollow inside, so we was able to just set him up on the tree and put a light in him so he actually glowed. We're mean to Bob. But yeah, I'd have a miserable Christmas. I don't think I'd be my normal jolly goofy self, because I don't get functioning well without coffee these days. And what's worse is I'd be afraid I'd bring the energy of everyone else down, which would just put me in that much worse of a mood, because I'm putting everybody else in a bad mood, and it's just going to snowball into a bad situation. So yeah, let's just keep me caffeinated and in coffee during the holidays, can we? I need coffee more the holidays than I need whiskey or anything. I know a lot of my family members survive holidays with whiskey or Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels more specific. Will the Plains Workshop be findable? Yes. Once it's posted, it will be findable in the online school, just like the Crystal Workshop and the other workshops have been. The first one you'll see live. I may actually get them both live at the same time for signups, but you will see the grounding workshop first, and then the Plains Theory Discussion workshop will be posted shortly thereafter, if not the same day. But it will be findable at the school once it's posted. Absolutely. I will be announcing it as well once it's posted. I try to make sure you guys knew when things are available. Try my best. I'm sure at some point, if I haven't, I will screw it up. I'm human and I'm an idiot. You guys, okay, let me tell you what kind of idiot I am, okay? Seriously. So my wife won't let me live this one down either, by the way. So I'm in there cooking. I'm making some steaks. I'm getting a good sear on them, and I got me one of those nice pans that you can just stick in the oven, So I do that. I'm finishing them off in the oven, getting that perfect medium rare. And I have welding gloves in the kitchen that I use for pots and pans, because I use stainless steel and cast iron pans a lot. So I got my welding glove on. Okay. Usually I have one of them on, and I got something that a stir or tongs in this hand, because why not? Anywho, so I got my welding glove on, right? I get in there. I absolutely get in there. I grab that thing up. I set it down on the freaking stove. I have the welding glove on my hand. I'm sitting there and I think to myself, I need to turn this so the handle's out of my way. This is my brain. Mind you, my hand with the glove is on it. Why I'm thinking this. What do? I take this hand off because instead of going across my body, I decide I want to bring it around this way. And this is just an easier motion. My dumbass welding glove, bare hand. I burn myself while I'm literally wearing the protective gear to not burn myself. So now, if I only put one glove on, my wife is like, you might want to put the other one on just in case because you're not right. And I can't blame her. So if I can do that, if I haven't already forgot to make an announcement on a course, I'm sure at some point I will. So forgive me. I am stupid. Okay. But yeah, it will be announced to the best of my ability. And we got Jade, also really does a good job of keeping reins on me. She has been like, "Hey Drake, did you do the thing?" It's like, "Oh yeah, oh no, I forgot the thing." Thanks, Jade. I wonder if Working Dragon Mystic could run as well as it did without Jade actually. I don't. What did we do before Jade was here? It's like seriously. Before Jade joined this dysfunctional family, what did we do? So yeah, there you go. Which actually has me wondering what kind of bloopers we're going to have for the camping videos, because we're going to be dealing with fire and campsites and all these things, and all I can think of is I may have to actually start saving blooper cuts. Normally, I just cut things out, save, and go. Don't even think about it. I may have to start saving some of my blooper cuts and my accidents, because currently they're just things I may say wrong or whatnot. One time the chair fell, though. I do remember that. Like my older computer chair, I'm sitting there filming, and for whatever reason, it just decides to drop. I keep my chair as high as I can. I like a higher chair, right? So it dropped all the way down, just whoop, and you just watch me just drop off camera. Man, that was annoying. I had to start the take all over and get my chair fixed. So yeah, we may have to start sharing some of those, because I don't foresee me doing a tent video, a fire video, a cooking video by campfire. I don't see me getting this footage without something happening, because I'm me, right? And you all should know by now, I don't really mind making fun of myself. Yeah. Maybe a blooper montage. I might do a blooper montage. I might very well do it. Does magic have to be learned through teaching and study, or can be learned through trial and error? It can be learned through trial and error. It really can. So teaching and studying, like what I do here at Working Dragon Mystic is I try to teach a framework that has been tested and utilized by a large grouping of people to yield results as a base framework, not a detailed, this is all you can do. No, I'm not trying to make little robots. I'm trying to give you a framework to work off of. And that speeds up one's progress because you have a framework. But if you don't want to follow the framework, if you want to go in blind and figure it out yourself, you can. It'll work just fine. It really will. And I mean, you can look at that because, like, me and my wife was actually talking over the holiday weekend about how little information there was when we started, and we actually had to figure crap out. And a lot of the information that was out there, they would tell you, they'd give you a process, or they'd give you something, tell you to do something, but they wouldn't tell you why you're doing it either, which is honestly, it's useless. So we really came from a trial and error with very, very little information, or very, very wonky information. But that was just the era of the day. And that's actually one of the things that's kind of encouraged me to share more. The more foundational information a person has, the quicker they can develop their practice and their self-mastery. and take charge of their life. And to me, I think that's really the key. But that's if they want the help. If they don't want the foundational framework or anything, they don't have to take it. I support you all to do what you do that is right for you, as long as you ain't hurting another person in the process. Now, if you're being a bully, or you're out there being a dickwad, or you're out there just being just not nice or some crap like that, or hurting people for no reason, I ain't gonna support you. But outside that factor, if you're just doing you and you're trying to be the best you can be, and you're not hurting anybody in the process, do it to it. And when I say hurt, I do mean hurt. Like if somebody don't like what you're doing, screw them. There's a lot of people don't like what I'm doing. I don't care. So yeah, you can totally do trial and error if you so choose. That's the beauty of it. That's one of the things I love about Magick. I love learning. I love exploring. I actually am at a point in my practice. I don't really buy books anymore. I can utilize divinations. I can utilize evocation. I can utilize journey work and soul travel. I can utilize meditation. I can utilize all these tools now to dive into an unknown research and just go as far as I want to go. Or I don't even have to stop a stream at 8 o'clock because it's a special holiday only Christmas stream. And Jade don't get to throw clocks at me the way she usually does. Ha! But yeah, you can totally do it. I see you, Jade. I see you throwing your clocks and your Christmas trees and your shenanigans. Oh Lord. But no, that's doable. Bye, Star. All right, we can actually wrap up here because I think everybody should go spend some time with their family. It has been wonderful to get to spend some holiday time with you all, discuss some holiday stuff, have some fun and laughs, share some parrot head discussions as well. Violet Star, have a wonderful holiday Christmas. Go turn on Christmas Island. You know the album. And enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your time off. Stay safe. If any of you are anywhere where this weather's getting crazy, I know there's power outages and whatnot. Well, if it's power outage, you're probably not on here. But if you're watching this at some place somewhere and power goes out, or it was out, I hope you and your family stays warm and safe. And have a safe and wonderful holiday. And I will see you all live. And I think I said it'd be the new year, January. Yes, it will be January 1st of 2023. Oh my God, I can't believe it's already there. Take care, all. Have a good one. Good night. Merry Christmas.